In this video, we'll discuss plagiarism and cheating. Now, this is probably a more complex topic, so we'll put a separate professional development program together on plagiarism and cheating, but during this video, we'll provide a quick summary. It's important that the students understand the importance that all work submitted is their own work. Now, plagiarism can range greatly in its seriousness, from a student just not sourcing or referencing their work properly, through to a student cheating by copying another student's assignment completely, or just cut and pasting huge amounts of work from Wikipedia or another website. So each case needs to be treated a bit differently. So in relation to plagiarism, at the beginning of the course, it's important that you educate the students on what plagiarism and cheating is. They'll normally be pretty clear on the fact they're not allowed to cheat or copy other students' work, but some of the other elements of plagiarism, such as how to reference correctly, they won't be as clear on what they can and can't do in relation to that. So really important you teach them about how to reference correctly and where they need to reference. During the course, it's important as an assessor that you monitor plagiarism and cheating, so make sure the work is referenced, especially with assignments and research assignments. Look for similarities in students' work. So if you know two students often work together, look to see where there's similarities in their assignments. Look for discrepancies in students' work between practical skills and assignment work. So this is a big one. If you're finding that a student is handing up really strong assignments, when it comes time to demonstrate their skills practically, which is a big part of vet training, they don't seem to have any idea, then you should be suspicious that something's going on. Their assignments are really strong, but they don't seem to know what they're talking about when you interview them or ask them to do it practically. And then use methods to check for plagiarism over the internet. Again, there's software that can be used similar to universities that VFA is considering for this year, but you could put slabs of the student's assignment into Google and that will tend to show you whether it has been copied or not. And I guess the last element is if you discover plagiarism or cheating, you need to speak to your academic coordinator or manager. Refer to the policy and procedure manual in regards to cheating and plagiarism. So the response by VFA learning will depend on seriousness. So we've discussed how there's different levels of plagiarism. So VFA's response will vary based on this. It might be a written warning with one more chance and then they may be removed from the course, through to some of the less serious offences where a student just might get some extra education and some explanation on, listen, this is you've plagiarised because you haven't referenced properly. So it's going to be very dependent upon the incident. And again, in all cases, really important that if you suspect that there's plagiarism going on, you sit the student down, especially in the case where they haven't referenced properly, and you provide them further education on this is how you reference, this is what plagiarism is, this is what sort of information needs to be referenced. Again, further training will be provided in regards to plagiarism or cheating.